Hello, namaste, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening in whichever part of the world you are joining us from. I am Deepakar Khemani and I welcome you to Bloom. Bloom is the brainchild of Miss Payal Irani. Bloom is a flower that has blossomed and is spreading its fragrance across the globe. At Bloom, we are into physical and mental wellness, trainings, speaking engagements, and creating signature workshops for corporates and individuals who need to go to the next level. Bloom has a powerful and a dynamic team which has been handpicked. They are the who's who in their respective domains and are industry veterans having an accumulated 200 plus years. Yes, 200 plus years of experience specializing in their own field. At Bloom, we strongly believe in co-creation, collaboration, and teamwork. I invite each and every one of you to be a part of Bloom where together we grow, and as Bloom blossoms, it creates ripples the world over. Let me introduce my co-host, Mr. K.V. Premraj. Premraj is a futurist. He is a speaker on leadership, management, and employee engagement. He is the co-author of four books which hit the #1 bestseller spot on Amazon. The last book was released just about a month ago. Premraj has spent 37 years in the banking and financial services space with experience in both public and private sector banks. He was the CEO of the BPO arm of a leading private sector bank. On our show today, we have a dynamic personality. I invite Premraj to introduce her and take this session ahead. Over to you, Premraj.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you for that very, very kind, flattering introduction. Yes, today we have a very, very dynamic personality in Jonita, who's had a checkered life. She has been a medical nurse. After being an avowed allopathy fan, some events in her life and people around her made her do an about turn and propagate alternative healing techniques. She believes in the natural laws of living. She now runs a spa, providing holistic treatments with food reflexology. The therapists are all visually impaired. The motive behind the spa is service to humanity and not profit. Her rates are basement bargain rates, though the spa is situated in the plush locality of Bangalore. We will know more about this wonderful person in the course of this session. Welcome to the show, Jonita.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Before we start the session, I would request you to please lead us to a small meditation exercise. All yours, Jonita.
Premraj, since there's only a couple of people joined in, can we take the meditation a little later and rather start?
Okay, we'll do it at the end then.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, because everyone will get benefits.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start now. Jonita, you have had a checkered life. Can you briefly trace your life's journey?
Yes. In fact, when you said checkered, I said ups and downs so is there in everybody, but how to take it? I mean, if you met me 10, 15 years ago, I would say, yes, very much checkered. You don't know what problems and stress and so on I went, but not now. Now I think, wow, when I look back, I think, wow, what lovely memories in one life, so many memories. So I'll just introduce myself. Like he said, my name is Jonita Figueredo and I'm married and my husband is a school teacher, retired now. I have a 25-year-old daughter who's a makeup artist. I was born in a family where my dad was in the army and we are 6 sisters. So every time a daughter was born, my father used to distribute Kaju Katli. And every time my mom felt bad, he kept saying, "Why are you feeling sad? 6 daughters, 2 months in every daughter's, not even maybe India, all over. And we'll have such a lovely retired life." Sad is he left us early. And yes, with 6 sisters, this was life. I always topped school and had lots of questions where my mother always had this. I would question the priest in the church, I would question teachers, and this was life. So mom knew thodi hatke hi thi beti, because being coming from a Catholic family, it was meats and fish and all, and I would cry every time if mom said dal chawal banaya. I was like, wow. So there was something, and sometimes my mother would jokingly say, "Shayad hospital mein badli ho gayi, koi Brahmin ki beti hogi." So that was the life I had. So that was my start, and yes, so that was a beautiful life.
Interesting start. And from there, you have gone lots and lots of places. Let's go to one place that you have been in one of the pivotal moments in world history. You had the misfortune to be on ground zero as Saddam Hussein's Iraqi troops invaded Kuwait. Let
Yes,
us know about that harrowing experience that you had.
yes. So that was, like I said, I was the fifth daughter to my mother, and being in medical college, I was in Just Law before, and I was topping, and then I was looking at my sisters, not very happily married. So I used to keep telling my mother, "I'm not going to get married," and she would say, "Then leave my house." And I said, "Fine, I'll do that." And I decided I will go to the US. Every medical personnel, I'm talking, please, please, please remember, I'm talking 35, 40 years ago. So I said, I will go to the US. And the sad part is there is an exam called CGFNS, in which India was then not a center. Okay, so I had three options of going to Hong Kong, Kuwait, or the US. So I decided I'll go to Kuwait because my three sisters were there. I only went to give my exams there, the CGFNS, but it's one of those tough exams where you don't crack it immediately in the first attempt. You do have 3 to 4 attempts. So I told my sister, and my sisters then, who was settled there, told me that why don't you stay here for a little while? Because once you go to the US, chances of you coming back are less. And then they had this little babies, and I was very attached. So I agreed. And because they wouldn't let me study, I took the further end of Kuwait. So I went to Jara, not because I was posted in Amiri, which is one of the top, and the city hospital, but I thought if I am in Amiri, then I'm every day, moving to my sister's kids and spending. So I wanted to study because that exam is tough, wanted to crack it in the first. So I landed up being in Jara. Now, Jara is a place in Kuwait which is in border to Iraq. And that's how that one night shift I had, the Kuwaitis came in. Little horrifying experience, I think. Is only with that key I did learn a lot, but I saw life and death at such a close range. So much so that the nurses who were with me had to leave. One was a Kuwaiti nurse, so she had to leave in the middle of the night. The other was a 9-month Filipino nurse. She had to leave. So I have the ICU, keys with me. I was ICU in charge, and I had no help. And I went through that phase where the Iraqi soldiers came in, disconnected. I had to suture them. I mean, I had reached a stage where I'm suturing one, and with my leg, I am kicking another bucket because another person head injury is dripping there. So life has been so much that after the end of 5 days, I was not knowing. I have slept, eaten. All that I drank was 25% glucose because no food. I was locked from outside. Yes, but life full of experiences. So much so that there was a film called Airlift, and I was on Times of India because done by Akshay Kumar, and Raja, who is to be my client, coming for a foot massage. Somewhere along, I missed his appointment. So I told him my life in Kuwait. And that's how he got into this thought, I will make a film on it. And that film was made, and I was like, what do you say, chief guest at the premiere. And yes, that's how life in Kuwait was. So good life. Yes.
Incredible story. You said you were a nurse in Kuwait. Tell
Yeah.
us a bit of life as a nurse, and what was the equation that you shared with doctors? It could be India, it could be anywhere else that you have been a nurse.
Um, right from Justlock days as a nurse, I couldn't get into medicine only because of financial status. My history is my father from the army, and then, I think free time mein shayad tash khelte the, so he got into gambling. So ours is a story from riches to rags. And so in my youth, or say when I'm 15, 16, it was I wanted to do medicine. Like I said, I was topper in school, and financial status didn't let me. So the second option was nursing. But then I took all the gold medals in Maharashtra, in India, topping even in the nursing college. So every doctor, I mean, right from Dr. Dastur and Badias and Justlock would take me on rounds because invariably I would answer questions more well, because every evening I would sit and read the case histories. If there's an admission, I would read about it. Next day morning, I was a little what do you say, chalu, because I would purposely read so that I know tomorrow morning when these housemans and registrars are on round and they have no clue what's happening, I'm like very proudly answering questions. So every time the doctor says, "Shame on you all, she's a nurse and yet she's answering," and I would feel collar tight ki, हाँ मुझे आता है जवाब, and I know it kind of. So that was the thing, that I had a connection. Always I'll remember, medicine was my first love. Nursing was my first love. So Florence Nightingale is my role model. So that's how it happened. So when I came to Kuwait, I was very sure that Kuwait was just a stopover to go to the US. And then and that's why I chose the ICU over there. So I didn't have language problem, because invariably in the ICU there are people with tubes, they come in, and I had to intubate them. I was good at intubation, so I would be intubating them. So yes, every doctor, even in the hospitals, when that war took place, I remember Iraqi doctors coming, and sometimes it's not really necessary that they are very well versed, because they would the poor Iraq doctors were not really well paid, and Iraq and Iran had been fighting a lot. So they were not in that high standard. So I would be doing a lot more work. But yes, they were always there. They were more like friends and supporting. Yes. So that life, yes. So close bond with the medical team. I call them my fraternity. They'll still be my fraternity. Yes.
Yeah, nice to know about these things and the adjectives that you give yourself, khatke, chalu, all that make you much more
Telling you the
lovable.
truth. Telling you the truth.
It makes you more lovable.
No, honest. Now I'm become honest. 10 years. Tell me.
That's another one, honesty.
Yes.
See, on the academic front, you achieved a lot. But one day, you thought the degrees that you had accumulated were just piles of paper. And you made a bonfire of these certificates. What was the trigger point?
So when I got back, I went into, I lost a friend, on a treadmill. He was just 30 and he was running. Everything was healthy. And he came to the ICU, and I could do nothing. I could not save him. And that was one turning point. Ki, why do people come to the ICU? How can I help before people turn up to the ICU? So instead of curative medicine, I went into preventive medicine. And there was not much that is done, in preventive medicine in our country. So I turned to alternatives. So I first jump was to yoga. I went into yoga, and during that time I passed out from the Yoga Institute Santa Cruz, went to Bangalore, Mysore, did all those courses, and I started teaching yoga, going home. And sati sat, I was because at that time you think, okay, yoga I have learned, so I will do it cheap. And I was charging 100 rupees. But pata hai what would happen? That people would keep me out waiting. They would say, um, you know, मैडम नहा रही है, साफ पेपर पढ़ रहा है, आप बाहर रुको. And one day one of my friends said, Sala, you are a PhD, you are standing outside someone's door because you become a yoga wali, so don't do that, just increase your rates. And so from 100 rupees, I'm talking about 25 years ago, I went to 500 rupees an hour, and then I became a page 3 yoga teacher. So people were waiting for three months wait period tha, to get me as their yoga teacher. But the sad thing about that कि उसके साथ ego भी आ गया. Totally ego. मतलब solitaires आ गए सबसे बड़े. Like, I would have diamonds, I would have chauffeur driven car, because Indian mentality क्या है? महंगी होगी तो अच्छी होगी. I encashed on that fully. मतलब 100 रुपया में कोई वैल्यू नहीं मिला, मुझे भाव नहीं मिला, तो अभी लगा दो 500 एंड 1 तारीख को पहले एनवेलप दे दो, फिर क्लास शुरू. कैन यू इमेजिन? आई वुड नॉट इवन टॉक टू पीपल बिकॉज इससे उसमें भी टाइम चला जाता है, like 45 minutes, then नीचे ड्राइवर विल, I would tell people, take out your car because I'm not paying, I'm parking the car in your car space. So ये वाला, and plus stones, बड़ी बड़ी stones. So this is how the trip went on and ego trip. तो ये ego trip में भी ही it happened कि मुझे nurse नहीं बुलाना चाहिए, मुझे सब लोगों ने doctor बुलाना चाहिए, because you know that all the time, after all, she's a nurse. Even when my mother went for proposal, we are like Shetties and Mangalorians, so there is a category of how much. So said, अच्छा nurse है तो मतलब वो 5 लाख के बदले 10 लाख दहेज होगा, that kind. So वो दिमाग में था कि make lots of money, and also that trip of I don't want to be. So I did hypnotherapy California, so got a doctorate, and then I decided कि अब दुनिया को खड़े रह के बोल दूंगी कि I am a doctor. So I arranged for a sit down dinner in Wellington Club, and yes, planned the menu, 5 course, 7 course, and suited booted आना चाहिए, name plate बना दिया, and then something hit. पता नहीं उसको क्या बोलते हैं, divine intervention. Took all those degrees, मतलब इतने सारे कि a room, if every wall could be filled with those number of degrees, MA, ये वो सब बना दिया bonfire. You won't believe it, how I danced with joy. मतलब ऐसे लगा कि that Junita was gone and there was a new Junita. So this is how that bonfire took place.
Yes, it's a materialistic world, and you have traversed it, and then there is a reincarnation of the Kansi.
So divinity
Thank you for
is
sharing
there in
that
all of
incredible
us.
story.
Yes.
On the personal front, you have been buffeted by health challenges. How did you surmount them?
Oh, yes. Right from, I got married and I wanted to have babies, and I had 3 miscarriages. I lost at 7 months, ICU and all that. So clotting disorders. And the sad part is I would lose at 7 months, and I used to say, hey, and when my mother would say, don't cry, I would say, why not crying? Because even the jhadu wala who comes to the door says, Bhabhi, kya ho gaya? And then, I used to tell God कि अगर लेना ही है तो 3 महीने के पहले ले जाओ ना. If you don't want to give me a child, don't make a natak and giving up to 7 months, because by that everyone knows and everyone wants to tell you. And in India, when they have to show sympathy, they will tell you about another 5 people who lost. So that used to be very upsetting. So yes, I lost baby. So I always ask God कि और क्या दोगे मुझे, like, because first emotionally down because I lost babies. I was mentally down because I faced a war. I was financially down because I got conned in Mumbai. I sold a flat to buy a bigger, like I said, greed तो था ही ना. डायमंड्स भी होने चाहिए, छोटी गाड़ी को बड़ी गाड़ी बनानी थी, 1 BHK को. husband is a very content and happy man, but no me, मतलब दिखाना था दुनिया को. So 1 BHK को 2 BHK बनाना था, तो went and sold and went to buy the 2 BHK, and it went fun. The builder ran off with the money, 1.5 CR, and that was it. So I always keep saying कि got battered on all sides, and then, like your word, bloomed again. So this is it. And then the last thing to hit me was 10 years ago, I got diagnosed with cancer. So here I was thinking I just a new bud trying to bloom, and then I get hit with cancer. So yes, that's how life treated me, and I fought cancer. So though medically I was in stage 4, grade 4, they had said 6 months, and that is 10 years ago. So number abhi tak nahi aaya. Thank you.
We empathize with you and thank you for sharing this incredible story. Your story will give a lot of people inspiration. You're a firm believer in having a positive attitude towards life. Your philosophy now is living life with the natural laws of living. Can you please elaborate on this?
Yes. So one goes, the moment that wo bada C word aa jata hai, then one goes into that something called depression, or why me? I'm doing such good things. Ye sab nikal aata hai, khana sahi. And believe me, I'm a vegetarian, so usme bhi wo gadbad ho gayi ki the whole family eats non-veg. I'm vegetarian. But you know, with all kinds of stress, you don't have to only have food to give you acidity. You could be having a thought which is negative. Matlab, why did the builder run away? Why did my in-laws didn't support me, financially? वो सब करके acid drops गिरते रहते थे. So when the diagnosis came and the doctor said it's 6 months, then I thought to myself, yeah, I'm not that good looking. तो मैं chemo radiation ले लूंगी तो ऊपर भी जाऊंगी ना, तो वो जब coffin खुलेगा so somebody who peeps down will say, ye kya aa gaya? Because I knew what that does, because I'm the one who gives chemo. I'm the one in the cancer department. So I'm aware of what radiation and chemo can do to your body. So I decided ki challenge, I'm not going to do it, and I said, and that's when I got introduced to Dr. Vijaya Venkat. And she's the one who said, if you decide not to do it, I'll handhold you and we'll fight it together. So I said, ठीक है. She said, give me 3 months time. And I said, ठीक है, 6 महीने है, 3 महीने उसको देते हैं. And I went, followed her religiously for 3 months. I was on raw, and that's how I got into it. Now thinking back, for the last 9 years, I'm working with cancer patients. Now I think कि ऊपर वाले ने बड़ा planning किया था कि वो तो खाली डराना था मुझे कि take it, and then he changed my line, right? First was money, 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 and now it was health is wealth, and how do I get it? And then I got connected to one bureaucrat called Ruby Aluwalia. She's a financial advisor to railways. And like me, she also got diagnosed. And when she was in Tata, she had made a promise. If I walk out of Tata's, I'm going to help the poor. And so she started Sanjeevani Life Beyond Cancer. I got connected with her, and that's where I learned how to, since I'd worked with Vijaya Venkat, the late Dr. Vijaya Venkat, I knew everything about the nutrition about cancer patients. So I got connected to Sanjeevani, and I now take every weekly lectures for them. I do personal counseling for private patients. I work with on Zoom with all these. We are connected to 12 cities, and in this lockdown, we've seen over a lakh of cancer patients. And the biggest take home, I mean, I'm going to tell you what diet I do and what all things we do. But the biggest take home was that during those peak lockdown, the patients, every morning at 11 o'clock, I would be on Zoom and it would go on. The patients would cry and say, madam, हमारा क्या होगा? हमको hospital के अंदर आने नहीं देते हैं. हमारा कीमो 4 हो गया, 8 बाकी है, या things like that. And I would say, koi baat nahi hai, then, as soon as the hospitals open, you all will be the first people to get in. By the end of 8 months, when they followed the diet, did the yoga, did the breathing, did the psychotherapy, after that, when they went back, the doctors were asking, where is your cancer? So that was the biggest take home gift. Yes, thank you. So this is how I follow the natural way of it. So would you like me to talk on that?
Please, please, please.
Okay, so I have a simple philosophy that we match with nature. So we are a little against medication. Not that we say hospitals catch me. I am first an allopath. I used to get very upset if someone was into homeopathy or Ayurveda, because there would be mummies bringing this tiny babies totally blue to the ICU, and I used to say, क्या हुआ अब तक कहाँ थे? And they would say, नहीं 2 साल से होम्योपैथी कर रहे हैं सर्दी के लिए. अच्छा, और तब तक blue baby ले आते हो. So you imagine my hatred towards any other pathies, no, if not allopathy, nothing. So for me to change into a naturopathy was very, it was so that because I got healed, then I wanted to go and tell people. So it was very simple, following nature's law. So anything eating from a packet, bottle was total no. And we follow the circadian cycle. So that is morning time. So what we say as we divide the day 24 hours into 3 parts. 12 to 8 is the eating period, after 8 p.m. you should not be having your dinner. 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. is the digestion. Your body should be completely at rest. So we keep saying that, like I give an example. Suppose I'm driving to Pune. I do not have my mechanic. If my gadi is giving me trouble, I do not have the mechanic sitting on my bonnet repairing my car. I need to put it aside so that 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. or 6 a.m., whatever is your time suiting you, is where you need to rest. That means you have to keep your mouth shut. So no more night Netflix, no more popcorns, no more ice creams. All that goes behind. And 4 a.m. to afternoon 12 noon, your body does only one thing. It does only cleaning. So just have to enjoy that. The body is amazing. You have to fall in love with your body because it knows you go anywhere, any part of the world. You get up from your sleep, and the first thing you do is you go for potty. You have to empty yourself in the morning. So that is how I explain that morning time you need to eat lots of fruits, nothing else. Your teas, coffees will come in later. So have lots of fruits in the morning, and after that you have your lunch. So I divide the food between for 4 things. So it's breakfast, lunch, evening tea, and dinner, out of which two are raw. So your morning breakfast is raw, and your 4 o'clock is raw, and lunch is a cooked meal, and dinner is cooked meal. So in the breakfast, it's only fruits and dry fruits, and you won't believe it. I always ask the question, "What is dry fruit?" And the first answer, and sometimes I'm taking lectures for doctors, and the first question answer will be badam, kaju, pista, khajur kind of thing. And I laugh and I say, no, wrong answer. And then they look at me like, I'm an MD, I'm an MS. And what are you trying to say? Okay, I'm giving you wrong answers. So I say, yes. It's dry fruit is kishmish, khajur, jardalu, anjeer, apricots. That's fruit where water is taken out. So we say morning time, eat that in plenty. Then lunch. In lunch, we advise lots of salads. I advise how to have green juices. Then eat your cooked meal. So we take out milk, sugar, and wheat, by poisons. Then evening 4 o'clock, we say nuts is a must. So it could be akhroot, badam, pista, kaju. And I say it's amazing. Look at it, na akhroot shape of your brain. Badam is eyes and heart, and kaju is your kidney, and pista is your gallbladder. So it's amazing how God makes such beautiful. And if I tell you that eat kaju, then you will say, no, I have cholesterol. But I give you kaju katli, ek ke badle do le loge, which is pure poison into your body. So this is how life is. And then night, to have dinner as early as possible. I believe in seasonal, regional. So wherever you are, you eat your food. I know I'm from South and I love my rice. So eat your rice. Patients ask me, achar खा सकते? बिल्कुल खा सकते. क्यों नहीं खा सकते? Because achar just sweetly takes you back to grandmother days. Sweetly takes you back to summer vacation. So there's so much of emotions happening. So you must eat achar because it brings out happy memories. And my nutrition or my counseling is very simple. I believe body is like a car. I love my car, so it's like a car. So I believe there's 4 tires in a car. Your first tire is your thought. Your second tire is your breath. Your third tire is what you eat. So it's only 25%, 25, 25, 25. And the fourth tire is your emotions. So your thoughts are awareness. You, even if you're brushing, I tell people, as soon as on bed pe ho, you just opened your eyes. First thought, I'm alive. This is why I am so full of life. Because my first thought is I'm alive. Matlab, 1 million people die in the world every day, every night. So subah mein you are alive. Then you look around next to you, your husband, mother, father, bachas, all there. Second, thank you. Karte karte na, go to the washroom, pani dikhai. Do you know in Rajasthan how people take one matka and walk for 4 to 5 kilometers? Or hum Bombay wale, pani to nal se aa raha hai. So if you keep doing this, thank you, you're already in a zone of gratitude. Then everything. I walk from Santa Cruz to Bandra. I have trees. I just go. Earlier I used to hug, but now I just hold the tree saying thank you. So that way. So your thought process, whatever you're doing, you literally initially have to say, I am brushing my teeth. I am using my manjan, whatever. Like I don't use Colgate, so I use black manjan. So everything is awareness. So that's your thought process. You know that every time you think happy, your dopamine, your serotonin, all that. Every time you get stressed, cortisol. So imagine your 60,000 thoughts, and every time one drop of acid falls into your body, it's got nothing to do with only your eating. It is also got to do with your thoughts. So easily I still have mantra jap. See, my beads are already there. So sometimes I'm distracted. Then I just pull out the beads from my bag and I do mantra jap. So you keep doing this to make it healthy. Second is breath. I have a mobile where every hourly my mobile rings, and all I do is 1 minute of breath. I breathe in and breathe out. The same thing with the food I said, I explained. And the fourth most important is emotions. You have only two emotions: happy, love, or sad and fear. So mostly right now, like in pandemic, we are all in fear zone. So we need to do that. We just need to move into the happy zone. Okay. And don't forget the fifth tire. Your fifth tire, Stephanie, jo dicky mein padi rehti, that's rest. And rest, when I say rest, I mean three rest. Physical, every time you yawn, what is your body telling you? Boss, you're tired, thoda gadi ko side mein rakh do. So lie down. You're in the office, you're working on your laptop, put your head down. You just need 2 to 5 minutes of rest. I'm going to show you how to do that 5 minute rest. Then it's digestive rest. You've been hearing about intermittent fasting. It's been there in our tradition from ages. मतलब हर धर्म में, Christianity में, Muslims में, Hindus में, Shravan, everything. So come on, fasting. So that is digestive rest. And third is mental rest. So use beads, mandir jana, everything, church, wherever. So that's the 5 important things. I think I've done it enough, and I would love you all to go into a slow, uh, relaxing mode. Is that okay?
Yeah, please, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wherever you are sitting, just sit with your back straight. If need be, you can shut your eyes. All I want you to do is breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Now, what I want you to do is you are regulating your breath. So your inhalation is happening through the nose. Your exhalation has to happen through the mouth. You are regulating it. So your exhalation will always at least double. So आप inhale करोगे, you either say Om 1, Om 2, or take your God's name, Jesus, Allah, Krishna, whatever. Inhale. And whatever, if you have reached Om 4, breathe out through the mouth. Let's do that for 30 seconds. Keeping your eyes closed with your back straight. Bring your attention to the sounds outside your body. Very gently bring your attention to your toes. Gently wriggle your toes. Thank you, the sole of my feet. Thank you, my ankles, my calves, my shin bone. I love you, my knees. Thank you, my thighs. Now I'm taking a deep breath. Squeeze buttocks, abdomen sucked in, and hold. If need be, clench your fist. Just squeeze it nice and tight. And slowly breathing out, release. We'll take one more deep breath. Take a deep breath. Squeeze your buttocks, abdomen sucked in. Pull your rectal, anal, vaginal muscles inwards, upwards. Hold it there. Clench your fist. Tighten everything inside your body. And slowly relax. Gently put your hand on your abdomen, on your navel. This time take a deep breath, bloat your abdomen. पेट को फुग्गा बनाओ, balloon it up. And slowly relax. Relax your spinal cord, moving up your shoulder blades. Relax your armpits, elbows, wrist, fingers. Now relax the back of your head, top of your head. I'm relaxing my forehead. I love you, my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth. I'm moving down to my throat. Thank you, my thyroid. Moving down to my chest. Thank you, my lungs, my heart. You work 24/7 for me non-stop. I love you. Thank you, my abdomen, my stomach, my liver, pancreas, gallbladder. I moved down to my kidneys, my intestine, my colon, every little organ. I thank you. I love you. Now my physical body is completely relaxed. I am happy. Now let me take you to your mental body. Now with your eyes closed, I want you to create a space in your mind. It could be a beachside, a valley, mountain, garden, or just your bedroom. With your eyes closed, you are in that space. This space is sacred, secret, because you do not have to tell this to anybody. Sacred because you are in it, you are divine. You are in that presence. And now maybe you're sitting up, maybe you're lying down in your sacred space. If you're on the beach side, you can hear the wave sounds, you can feel the sand. If you're in a garden, you can feel the green grass under your feet. Let there be a beautiful smile because you are in your place, your zone. My go-to place when I'm stressed. Create that. That's that little heaven that you have created in your mind. Recollect any beautiful thought. It could be when you're 5-year-old, a birthday, anything that can bring a smile to your lips. Birth of your baby, anything that just makes you happy. Just one incident. And then keep saying to yourself, I am healthy, wealthy, happy. I am blessed. And just remain there for a minute. Take a minute. And now with a big, big smile, you can slowly open your eyes, come back. And now I'm ready for questions.
Thank you, Jonita. That was a mini masterclass in authentic living. Thank you for the share. And all of us, most of us will be reflecting on our lives and see that we can make a lot of changes to really help ourselves and our families and people around. Thank you for this mini masterclass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's proceed further. My last question to you before I hand it over to my co-host, Deepak. You run a spa with, I believe, 15 visually impaired therapists.
Yes. Yes.
Would you want to talk about how is it that you have impacted their lives also
Premraj and Deepak are going to say I'm doing marketing. No,
No.
it is so beautiful that I went to, when my daughter turned 13, you know how teenagers are, shop till you drop. So they took me all the way to Bangkok, typical shopping karne ke liye. And pura din shopping, by the end of it, my feet were killing me. And so every night, since my daughter loves dancing, my husband loves music, they would go out and I would sit. And then I would say, ki, how you have money in your kitty, this much is for shopping, this much is for food. And so they would take a little extra because they would do that. And I would say, what am I doing? Wo hotel ka khana kitna khaye? So I would walk down the streets. And in the streets of Bangkok, you get foot massages at very nominal rates. And I would take 1, 2 massages, and still that budget would never go over budget, unlike the spas here. And I would have next day morning, I'm waking them, let's go shopping because I'm light as a feather with on my feet. So that's how that maybe that was the thought that made Meta born. I went to Thailand to study that. Like I said, I get a high just going and studying it. Even today, if you tell me, you give me the best of wines or best of mithai, and you ask me, am I high? I say, no. You tell me tomorrow is an exam, you need to prepare and study, I'm high. So I love studying. So that's how I went and studied. When I came back, I think it's destiny. I get a call from the blind school. Can I teach the blind people? And I was like, okay, Subha, say, you remember I said I was making lots of money that time teaching yoga. So dopair mein 2 to 4 was my free time. So I told the director of NAB that I will teach them. But the end of 6 months, planned a program, done everything, taught them. They were so good that even though I, being a teacher, knew theory well, but the way they did the exams, I just didn't know how to give them marks because they were so good. So I used to keep saying, y'all are the best, y'all are the best. During that period, I was also teaching the high-end spas, Sabai and all those, my food. So I realized that, the next batch, when I started, my first batch kept on telling me कि मैम आप तो कहते हो हम बहुत बढ़िया करते हैं लेकिन कोई जॉब नहीं देता है. So I thought, what do you mean job nahi deta hai? Have they taken your test? She said, no. So I started taking them in the car and going to all the high-end spas, telling, please, please, do jan ko naukri de do. And everyone feels sorry. People actually would give me some money in my hand, say, unko de do, lekin job nahi milega. Then I said, abhi inko sikhana padega. So Meta was born with the challenge ki ab dikhate logon ko. So I started 12 years ago. And yes, we for 12 years, we charge 400 rupees for 1 hour. So from the day it started till date, it runs full. Just this January made 500. Yes, I have 12 therapists. We have an amazing family. The clients which come in are also amazing. I have learned so much from my clients. Some other day, I will tell you the stories of my visually impaired staff, but they're amazing. They're all buying their own house. They take a nice pay packet every month because it's all for them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing this. You are really a messenger of God. Now I hand it over to Deepak to take it forward. Deepak, please.
Well, normally I'm the guy who's full of questions after our guest has finished with Premraj, but I can honestly confess that I am actually speechless. I don't know what to ask, what to say, because what you said, Jonita, in the last 40 minutes is almost a life-changing experience. You've been through so much, you've seen so much, you've been here, done that. You are, helping visually impaired people. You have changed lives. You fought cancer. You have a daughter after having had so many, miscarriages. I really don't know what to ask, but this is a job which I have to do, and that is why I have to ask this question. How have you been able to change somebody's life? And my question is more related with the medical aspect or the therapy aspect. Just like you said, you went through cancer and you met this person and then she guided you, she was your mentor. How have you been able to change? If you could give 1 or 2 examples of people who you worked with, who came in contact with you and you changed their lives, medically or otherwise.
Yeah, so like I said, with Sanjeevani, that 8 months of a pandemic, we didn't do any chemo radiation and just put them on the diet. Today, Sanjeevani Trust is seeing, we are in 12 cities. So amazing stories of how if you follow nature and you follow no medications. I have treated hundreds of patients, getting them off diabetic drug, high blood pressure drugs. It's and it's never a single thing. It's just not कि diet कर लो या सिर्फ exercise कर लो या फिर positive सोच हो. It's just a package. So yes,
Yeah.
so plenty in that. So बताने जाए तो it will be, but it does teach people. You know what? Like I said in the meditation, just fall in love with your body. Just fall in love. I take a class in the morning, 8:30 to 9 for 21 days yoga. And the end of it, no, end of 21 days, I get this beautiful things. I literally hated my body, and you made me fall in love with myself all over again. And my one take home message, friendship day, are you friendly with yourself? Just give yourself a hug. Say, I love my body. And dekho how the changes will happen. Yes.
Yeah. Your body is the only place where you are going to stay for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You have to be your best friend. At this point, I would like to open up the house for questions. If there is anybody who has been tuned in and would like to ask Jonita a question, please unmute yourself. If not, you could type a question on the chat. I will read it out for her and she will answer your questions. Anyone from the audience? Payal, go ahead.
Jonita, I don't have a question, but let me go down with gratitude to you. Bloom is really blessed to have you on our platform. I love you. Even though
love
we
you
have
too.
not met, looking forward to meet you soon. And I salute your solidarity. We at Bloom salute your solidarity.
Thank you. Thank
God
you.
bless you. More and more power to you and what work you are doing.
Hey,
Absolutely.
it's all
I
only
also
because
second
y'all
that.
are going to be part of it, okay? So
Yes. Yes.
me to y'all and y'all to the others, okay? That's all
Yeah.
the reason I accepted this. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Payal. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Dr. Neeta, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was just saying something is that even I second that, and we at Bloom definitely encourage all the people. This is not only about one story of Jonita, but in fact, it is all about resilience. It's all about courage, and it is all bringing in the awareness what you are doing and making it spread as community. We all are together in this journey with you.
Thank you, Neeta. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Neeta. Ratan, you wanted to say something?
I've known
My friend.
Jonita. Yeah, I've known Jonita
My
for
friend.
last 12 years. Just a few months before she opened the Meta Food Spa, and we're very very close. I follow her diet to the T, and so far 75 years, no medicines, no
Wonderful.
pills.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now I'm dancing.
Yeah.
That is
So nice to have
fantastic.
my friend. Nice to have my friend. So he's
Yeah.
in London.
Thank-
Nice to say happy Friendship Day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ratan, for introducing Jonita.
Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. At age 75, if you are not having any medication, one salute to you and salute to whoever is guiding you. Clearly, Jonita.
No,
So
Jonita,
wonderful.
yeah, she guided me to Dr. Vijay Venkat, and I follow that diet.
Wonderful. Wonderful to know. Anybody else, please go ahead, unmute yourself. Even if it's a small word of appreciation, do unmute yourself and say it to Jonita. So I'll just read out from the chat. Yes, yes, Malini, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to visit the spa. I'm thinking of coming to Mumbai, so I'll call you and I'll visit your spa.
Yes, Malini. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Malini is from Pune, my yoga student. Morning class.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for joining in, Malini. So Ashalata says, no words, Jonita, you're so full of joy. Looks like you've taken on all the odds and beaten them every time. Pushpa Karat is saying, you're truly inspiring, Jenny. Love you, Lord Jenny. Mitali says, thank you for being so inspiring. So happy to have met you. Srikant is saying, blessed to be associated with you. Dr. Neeta says she has made so big of Sanjeevani, they also distribute very good food.
I too want to say
Arvind,
something, sir.
please go ahead, Madhu. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Joyanta ma'am. How are you?
All good, all
Yeah.
good, Madhu.
It's really good to see every time at any platform because I am from Delhi and she's at Mumbai. I met him through Sanjeevani only. And I searched actually. I don't have her number because from Sanjeevani platform, they don't share any number. So I searched it from Google because every time when she says something, eat this. So I was like, ki, matlab, I am going down. Every time when I feel that I am going down, I used to call her and she every time she helped with the same spirit. She never says, ki, oh, you are doing so bad from till 6 months, 7 months, you haven't learned anything or nothing. Never like that. Never. Every time she used to motivate you. Every time. So whenever
Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
feel low,
Madhu,
I just want to
thank
see
you
your
for
face only.
sharing.
I think that it will make me happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Madhu. We are all from the same field. We are all cancer survivors.
Yeah.
Madhu, we are part of it.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Srikant, go ahead.
Happy Friendship Day, ma'am.
Happy Friendship Day, Srikant.
You are a real life heroine.
अच्छा ऑलरेडी अक्षय कुमार ने एक मूवी बनाई लेकिन मुझे हीरोइन नहीं बनाई. Never mind. That's okay.
Yeah.
You knew this part of your life.
Yes, I know. I never said it loud to anybody.
Yeah,
Bloom got me into it. I love the word, the name Bloom, and I logged
Bloom.
it 3 times earlier. Just loved what y'all are doing. So it's the
Yeah.
word Bloom that got me, ani to the comb वैसे हो गया.
Yes, 1 year. Thank you, Jonita. I mean, this has by far, I can say it's almost a year we've been doing this. We started last August. Today it's the 1st of August. We've had almost like 48 or 49 episodes up to now. This by far has been the best episode we have had. Really, really inspiring, really, really life-changing. We've had, a 4-time Olympian. We've had people from US, people from Great Britain, somebody from Netherlands. We have had people from Australia, and all of them were, really, really helping change people's lives in their own space. But the way you, in the last 40, 50 minutes shared your journey and how you are helping change people's lives, this is so very, very inspiring. Thank you for connecting with Bloom. And one thing I can promise you, we will always remain connected together. Definitely, there is another slot coming up soon to discuss something else for Jonita in one of these Sundays.
प्रेमराज, दीपक, अभी आपके कान पकड़ने पड़ेंगे मुझे.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I have been born and brought up in Bandra. It's almost 55 years. I haven't heard about Jonita. I'm just wondering where we have missed. We could have met earlier and our lives would have changed.
This fellow plans it accordingly. Abhi bhi we have a long life, so we'll still.
Yes. Oh, most definitely. Thank you. Okay, let me read out a few more comments. So Neil says truly. Neil says truly an inspiration of a resilient element. God bless you immensely, dear Joanne, ma'am. Pooja says very inspiring, Jonita, a great motivator. God bless you. You are a great warrior and a daredevil heroine. Okay. And yes, Vernon says that interesting to note that there exists alternatives to pumping ourselves with medicines. Please read this, our observations. Excellent motivation. Cheers, Vernon Alvarez, Mumbai. While we are nearing the close of our program, it is close to 1:30. It is lunchtime. It is a Sunday. Everybody needs to go and feed themselves and spend some more time with their families. Just a few words before we officially close. Payal.
Thank you, beautiful audience, for removing your time at this beautiful afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Thank you once again, Jonita. Thank you, Team Bloom. We're looking forward to have you all once again with masterclass in association with Jonita and team.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Premraj.
Yeah. I second to what Deepak said. This is the 48th episode that we are running, and this has been by far the best, the most enjoyable one that we have brought.
Yes.
Jonita, we are privileged to hear all those testimonials from happy, satisfied people. We bask in this reflected glory.
Thanks to
And to
Ratan.
end up,
Yes.
Jonita, you're an angel sent to earth to be in the service of humanity.
Yes.
Your life and work is an inspiration. We are blessed to have you in our proximity. We look forward to continued association with Bloom, while we wish you continued joy in all that you do. Thank you and God bless.
You're making me very emotional now. Rula doge kya? Bye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jonita. Gratitude to all.
So Jonita, please take me tomorrow morning in the class. Today you did not take me in the morning in the class today.
Aaj goofa, I'm trying to
Now-
say, but
Now complaints. Now the complaints come.
now she will have no choice but to join tomorrow. Yes, first.
In the morning,
Now
I
you're
was studying so
Bloom,
much
right?
to
Now
join
you're
the
Bloom,
bread
so I have
class.
no excuse.
Yes.
I have no excuse
Yes.
not to include you.
Yes.
Yes, bye. See you.
Sure, sure.
Pakka.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow morning,
Bye.
8:30. Bye-bye.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thanks.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, and have a great day. Happy Friendship Day to all.
Thank you. Happy Friendship Day to all
For the
the
lovely.
participants for staying till the end.